Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joel. I'm now a graduate nursing student from Imperial Valley College, and for today's video, it's going to be the resource I recommend for the TEAS. Now, in regards to the TEAS, I took it back in 2019, I believe. It was once I graduated with my associate's degree, and I scored very high than what I had expected and what I had calculated. There were many resources available. There were the TEAS actually have like packages. I think it was like $60 or $80 that it came with like a tiny textbook, and I don't know if I have like, let me just say, it's not this one. This is like nursing already, but it's kind of looks like this. Like it's a kind of like a little textbook, tiny textbook with, it's black and white, and it has like a lot of content in there and one or two questions to practice there, but it was just like concepts on what can be tested on. And there's another one from the TEAS that I'm from ATI that it's like $200, and it has like that same book with 2 practice exams, or you're able to retake them. And there's other resources, right? There's many other textbooks, there's many websites that you can use. So when I had to study, it was really hard for me to, to really focus and see what is a good resource, because I would get mixed reviews from every place. So pretty much what I did is like, I just looked on their ATI, on the TEAS website, to see like what were the objectives that were going to be covered. And I just did kind of like a schedule or like a syllabus for myself in order to see YouTube videos and web videos or documents, anything that I will find available in the web. And yeah, just cover the topics. I could see from the TEAS website the reading topics that were going to be questioned, or that we were probably going to be tested on. Same with math, same with science, same with grammar. So I was like, okay, so now I know what I might be tested on, so let me just go one by one and find resources for them and just go from there. And I scored very high, very high than a lot of my friends. So I studied for around a month and a half, I'll say, and then a friend encouraged me to do a website, because I have been a tutor from Imperial Valley College in the areas of English, math, and sciences. So pretty much everything was going to be tested on the TEAS, and a lot of people like the way I explain, because I go like step by step. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'll try and do something. And then I did this website. So let me just now share my screen from here so you guys can see. Let me see if I can raise this a little bit. There you go. So let me see if I can share. So I think now it's sharing. So this is the website that I did. It's called For Nurse, and because for me it was like for nursing students, I guess, because like nurse is the abbreviation that you use for all your nursing classes. So kind of like for nursing, whenever it's like nurse 227 is like fundamentals, or nursing fundamentals. So that was why I came up with that abbreviation. There's a picture. I edited a lot because sometimes there's like new concepts that are going to be tested on. So then on the modules you might see as bonuses or stuff like that. That's like stuff that I implemented later on, so you guys can see like I'm updating it. Here in the page that you're going to see, obviously you're not going to see like the gray thing here, but you're going to see like for nurse, and then home, courses. Here I did the reading, math, science, anatomy, study tips, and exam tips. Testimonials, which are like pretty much reviews that students have emailed me, whether it's by email, messenger, or Instagram. They tell me how it went for them, and then I ask them like if they're able to like write a review, so I can just copy and paste it, and that's what you guys see in the testimonials. And yeah, so this is a picture of my graduation, which was the 9th of June of 2022. So there's my cohort, and yeah, and here I have like the reading, math, science, anatomy, kind of like a little review. On anatomy, I'm actually thinking of putting more stuff in there, like maybe videos, because I just put like some slides like lecture slides from things that had to work for me when I was studying for it, because you're really not tested too much on anatomy. It's more like physiology. So that's where I went hardcore in it. So here I have like a small video of 5 minutes, which is 5 minutes and 12 seconds, which pretty much goes like more into the depths of what is inside and everything. So you guys can feel free to just watch that video, but I'm just gonna go over it little by little. And here's like a little introduction of me and what I did and why I did it, and then the YouTube channel. And yeah, so pretty much have like a 2-day free trial where you're not gonna give me any credit card details or anything. You know, it's just gonna be you give me your name and your email so I can create your account. Normally I would have like students or whoever wants to try the account to just like do it on their own, like, you know, registration and everything. But I like to get to know the student, not like ask them a lot of questions, but just seeing, you know, what are their plans, what are their goals, talking to them a little, maybe like 1 email, 2 emails, you know, just talking, you know, for them to feel more comfortable around me. You know, I just don't want it to just be like anonymous and stuff like that. So that's why I do the account. So that's why in the very top you're gonna see like use the email below to get started, and there you see the email right here. You just click on it and then it's gonna direct you to your Outlook or whatever browser you use for emails, and then you can just send me an email and be like, oh, I want to get started, and here's my name, my email, and then I'll probably do like, oh, okay, that's very good, and just have like a 1 email conversation, and then do your account, and then you're set off for the 2 days. You have access to everything. So let's just say I want to go into the reading. So once you go into the reading, I have pretty much me doing on screen share my iPad and with the microphone and everything, and then I explain pretty much the first concept of the objective that you can be tested on. Then after that, you're given a quiz, and then in the quiz, it's a very short quiz, probably 3 to 4 questions, and yeah, and it's pretty much going to test you whether you got the concept of the video, previous video. So this is a big difference from the thing that I had from other channels or other websites, because the thing is that the thing that I didn't find convincing when I was using other resources, because I use a lot of them. Friends would get like this resource and this resource, and we would like we would each get like a different resource, and then we would all like split it and like share it, so we didn't have to spend a lot. And I just noticed like it just gave you like a false sense of security that you were doing good, whereas I just found like they were really not, you didn't really feel competent, you didn't feel ready. You just felt like the more I spent, the more secured I felt that I was doing the right thing, when in reality wasn't it, right? You know, it was just like, yeah, you have all these resources, yeah, but you're really not understanding the concept about it. You're just trying to memorize it and trying to wing it. So once I started doing it on my own, with my own syllabus, like I said earlier, I was like, you know what? Like, the thing is that once you get into the exam, it's going to be more like concepts, because once you're in the exam, you're like, you feel like everything you just learned or you just review, like, just goes out the window, and like, you feel alone. That's how I felt. But since I understood the concepts, I was able to use the context clues or use like the process of elimination in order for me to be like, okay, this one's not it, this one's not it, and narrow it down to 2. So now I had a 50-50 chance. But once I shift my mind into concepts rather than memorization, that's where really things started to change, because now I understood it, I understood the concept, which means I understood it, so now it's part of me. So once I was given like a similar scenario, I was like, you know what, I think I know my way around it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did, and I got a really high score. So that's why I did this website, in order for me to teach you the concept, and I want you to understand the concept, because then you're going to be able to use your critical thinking in order to like get your way around it. So maybe if I did not cover exactly what you were tested on, you were pretty much showed and you understood the concept in order for you to get your way around it, because there's many ways. Like the ways that you see here are not exactly the copy paste things you're going to see in the exam, because the versions change, everything changes, and not everything's going to be copy and paste. But if you're put into that environment where you need to understand the concept and then apply it in the exam is going to be the same thing. They're going to give you a concept, and then you're going to have to apply it based on their on what they're asking you. So it has worked. It has worked really well. It's the same thing for the math. So in the math, you're going to see like all this objectives or modules. So you're going to see like the little 10 or 15 minute video, and then the test, same thing all over. And then all the exams or all the sections have an ABC practice exam, which is time. It has the same questions that you're going to be tested on the TEAS, same time thing as the TEAS, so your brain gets adapted into the thinking quickly, and you can retake them as many times as you want. And then in the science, it's the same thing, but in the science, this is where I went a little bit more heavy, because I feel like this is where the bread and butter is. So I really wanted you to understand the physiology about everything, and that's why I did it by parts. So I don't expect you to know anything on anything. I don't expect you to know anything about reading, anything about math, anything about science. I will be teaching it for you in a very simple way with a lot of examples in order for you to feel confident. Because if I'm already expecting you to know background information, everybody's gonna be on different grounds, okay? Because I'm not with you, technically. But you have a tutor 24/7 here, because I'm a tutor and I've been doing it for 4 years. And I know how to explain it to you in simple ways, using less words and going straight to the point. So that's what I did here. And you're gonna be seeing, like in the science, that's where it really gets heavy, because you're like, holy damn. But once you go one by one, and that's why I want you to use this website for like a month and a half, 2 months prior to your exam, so you can really understand it, because you really don't want to go at fast pace, because I mean, it's really gonna be really hard for you to understand the concept. But yeah, in anatomy, this is where there isn't really a quiz. It's just like PowerPoint slides, and then like 20 questions of anatomy for you to practice. Because I haven't really seen a lot of anatomy being tested. It's more like physiology. So yeah, now what I'm working on right now, since they implemented new stuff in the science, I'm making new videos and new quizzes for those things. There are like 5 or 6 different things that they implemented now, so I need to update it. But it's not like a really big deal. You know, it's doable really fast. And then I have here 21. I think these are the study tips. Yeah, so 21 study tips that I use in nursing school that have been really helping me. And then I also have the exam tips. I think there's only 7 exam tips that I do, or at least that I did, because now I'm a graduate. Nice. So yeah, 7 exam tips that I use, and that's pretty much it. You know, you guys can go here to the testimonials to see again the reviews. I think there's like 40 or 50 something. I really haven't counted them, but yeah, there's some of them there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it pretty much goes straight to the point. Like I said, every section has its own exams. ABC, math has ABC also. You can take them in whatever order you want. The science, this is where it has 4 exams, or 5, I think. Yeah, so it has like 5. So that's where I really wanted you to like really understand it, because I feel like a lot of it's there. I didn't have a grammar one because I didn't really feel competent to do grammar, because I got a high score because like I knew, because I done it since kindergarten. So me explaining like the truly basics of grammar, I feel I couldn't, because for me, at least when I was doing the grammar, I would read it and I'd be like, this is the right one. I don't know why, but I just know it is. So I really don't know how to explain it. So I didn't feel competent about it, so I didn't do a grammar one. That's the only area that I would maybe search YouTube videos or try something else, but that's the only downside about it. Like, I didn't do grammar because it was like, it is what it is. You know, I didn't really know how to explain like too much like the grammar rules per se. But yeah, like it has been doing really well. It has a success rate of 96%. Right now we had over like 220 something members and almost 230. That's the thing that I remember. The last time I checked was like 2 days ago. And yeah, so it's been doing very well, and I'm very glad that it has helped a lot of students, at least in the college that I'm in Prairie Valley College. A lot of the first semesters of this past first semesters that are now going to go into second, we have like a mentorship thing where a first semester is with a fourth semester. So I have like a student with me, and there were like a lot of first semesters there, and like 8 of them came up to me and they were like, oh, like because of you I'm here because I took your website and like I got a really high grade. And I felt very, very happy, because it's very different for you to get an email or a message from Facebook or Instagram thanking you versus like them doing it face to face, and now you're seeing them in the uniform. Like, it felt really, really nice, and I felt really happy. So it works. It works for a lot of students, and I'm really glad it works, because at the end of the day, I'm really glad it's working 100% for a lot of students. And I'm not doing it because of the money, because first of all, my program and everything that I put into it has more value than a lot of the programs out there, and I can say that 100%. And the feedback that I'm getting is really, really good. And I did spend almost like a whole semester before going to nursing school into making the website, making everything the way I wanted it to be. The presentation, obviously, I could work on it a little bit more, the presentation, in regards to like I want to make it like a little bit more professional. But you know, as long as the students are able to get all the information and everything, for right now, that's all that matters. So I really haven't been pushy on that. I care more about the quality about it, the quality of the content, rather than just the presentation of everything. I do know like it's a really important thing, but I care more and more about the content than the presentation of the content. So I do like it. I really like where it's going, and at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you guys to practice, and all the time and all the effort that I put into it, and the $50 that I'm charging, it goes into the maintenance. It goes into pretty much me putting more effort into it, because if it's just free, I feel like I'm just giving away my time, like 100% of my time, and it takes like 3 or 4 hours a day out of my schedule. So it, like, no. I just feel like the content here, it's really, really nice for me to give you 2 days to like go at it 100%, and for you to see, you know, that it's really good. And you can always reach out to me and everything. And I have had a lot of students, you know, emailing me to maybe getting like a better grasp of a specific concept that I didn't really explain it too well for them. So I will take time out of my day to add them on Facebook or Instagram and send them in like an audio or an iPad recording of me like doing another example for them to understand. So having me available to you, you know, anytime. Obviously I'm not going to reply immediately, but it's going to be fairly fast. But you know, a little bit, $50, which has been like definitely less than a lot of the programs who are said to be like really, really good, and having me available there and everything I have to offer, I really feel like it's a very, very fair price, and students love it. So yeah, honestly, it's been really, really good. And if you are going to be taking the TEAS, or you're planning on taking the TEAS and you really haven't found like a good resource, this is definitely one that I would recommend. And normally I couldn't be like a salesman as a professionalist, because there's sometimes like things that you have to sell that you don't know how to sell them, because it's like, I don't know, you know, it's like I don't use it too much, or I don't have too much feedback on it. But since this is something like I really put my heart into it, because I really like helping, I really like teaching, because that's what I want to do. You know, I really put a lot of me in here, and with the success rate that it has gotten so far, that is able to back me up, and I feel really confident into promoting it now more than ever, because it's now going on since like 2020, so fairly like 2 years, and with all the feedback that has gotten in it, and I haven't promoted it. You know, I really cannot promote it in Facebook pages because, you know, for the spam thing and whatever. So the spreading that has gotten so far is because students have gotten it, they have used it, and then they have spread the word with them. So now that I'm trying to promote it out in the web, maybe it's going to get more of an impact. We'll see. But yeah, you know, this is pretty much the website. So I really hope you guys can at least take a chance of trying the 2-day trial. Again, the email is right here at the bottom, where you can access the website. It's called foreigners.com. And yeah, so you can just get started. You know, you don't lose anything for 2 days, literally anything. Just email me, name, last name, and email so I can get your account started. You have your 2 days, and then after that you'll get a message from me to see if you want to try it for 6 months, and yeah, I mean, we'll go from there. So it's just a one-time payment of $50, and you can use it for 6 months. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me, whether it's here on the YouTube video, or you can also message me on Messenger. I prefer Instagram. That'll be better. And yeah, we can go from there. So yeah, again, like, this channel is very focused into helping students, any student that wants to get into the nursing program or is already in the nursing program. Some of my friends have been telling me, like, oh, do something about the NCLEX, but I haven't taken the NCLEX yet, so, and I haven't even used the U-World or anything, so I'll see what's up. I doubt it, but you never know. I'm doing something like that, but yeah, as long as it's something to make your life easier, and we're all winners here. So yeah, feel free to message me, at me, specifically more on Instagram and then Messenger, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll have the Instagram name or username below on the description so you guys can add me there, and we'll go from there. So if you guys did get to the end of this video, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.